In terms of returning to the dock, this is about the sound level you should be expecting. It's not really cleaning. It's just kind of going back to the dock slowly while it's being kind of having its fan on auto. So it's pretty quiet when it is in that mode. So once it docks into the base, it will automatically kind of empty its bin, so I can show you the noise level of that too. As you can hear, that is probably louder than the vacuum cleaning, but you can have this off to the side in a room that you're not going to use or in a corner. So this noise is not going to matter too much, but it is moderately loud. It doesn't take too long. It takes about maybe 10 seconds, so it's not going to be going on for the whole day at all. And what's great about this system is you can tell how full it is on this side. It is bagless. You can empty it once every 60 days. But in terms of my experience, if your floors isn't too dirty, you can probably empty this every like 90 days. So it is very, very convenient compared to a lot of the other competitors. Not to mention, it has an on-demand deep cleaning that targets specific rooms that you need kind of more cleaning on. The high traffic rooms, for example, this room, I frequent this room a lot, so it can have multiple directional deep cleaning coverage for all the spots you need. Not to mention, it has a lot more LiDAR detection than a lot of the other vacuums, because there's one here, two up here, this one right here, and not to mention the big boy up here where it sees above the ground, so it gives a much better coverage than a lot of the other vacuums. So this is great for kind of mapping out your area, you kind of cleaning areas and no-go zones and avoiding those. And because of how kind of tall this is, even though this is tall enough to kind of see above the vacuum and see above the kind of ground, this is not too tall where it can still go under furniture that has a gap of maybe over like 4 inches. So this can still go under most furniture. Not to mention, this has a completely hands-free control that allows you to schedule cleanings, initiate the kind of on-demand cleaning, activate ultra clean mode with your voice using Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. One of the super neat features, because of the kind of AI sensors up here, it can go back to the dock right here to recharge when it senses it is on low battery, and kind of resume and goes back to the exact place where it left off. So you don't have to kind of continuously redo the whole floor plan. You just do the one that it missed while it was charging. Not to mention, it has a HEPA filter that traps 99.9% of dust and danger and kind of anything as small as 0.3 microns. And it's not just this too, because there's another filter down here and another filter down here. So this has got a 3-stage filtration system. It's got dual brush edge and kind of corner cleanings. It's got the double barrel kind of bristles that kind of cross intersect, so it is great for kind of detangling hair. Not to mention, its actual dust capacity is 14 ounces. This can clean basically the whole house usually before it needs to go back and empty its bin. That's why this is really super convenient. So I'll go over the claims that this vacuum has made, which one of them is that it will kind of go back to its base to recharge and come back to the exact spot to continue the cleaning, so you don't have to kind of redo everything all at once. So we'll see. So in order to save on time, I'm gonna be placing this test on a relatively small area. So I'm gonna let it go back to the dock first. It recognizes that is the dock, so it is gonna go all the way in before turning around and then backing up. Slowly backs it up, so in case it doesn't kind of wreck anything. Very intelligent. And every time it does go back to the base, it will automatically suck in any of the dust from the robot into the kind of container, so you gotta wait a little bit. There it goes. So now that it's done that, I'm gonna tell it to go back to clean its original spot. Comes back to the spot and it starts cleaning. So yeah, for the most part, I would say that it comes back to the general area. Doesn't come back to the exact same spot, but it comes back to the general area to resume its cleaning. So the next feature I want to test is that the claims of this thing, the AI kind of projector that can see through 360 degree, so it can see anything before it kind of hits the bumper, anything taller than 4 inches. So I'm gonna put that to the test. So I'm gonna have it clean, go straight, and hopefully see that the wall's there and not clean it. As you can see, it can see that there are walls all around it, so even before the bumper activates, it knows when to avoid it. Oh, it doesn't even hit the wall yet, and it knows to turn around. That is very intelligent, and it's thanks to the kind of AI sensors at the top. So yeah, now you don't have to worry about the bumper being damaged sometimes when the robot kind of hits into a wall at full speed. So this thing will keep the robot more protected more of the time. Another one of its claims is that it is excellent for hair, but not just hair. The brushes in the back is basically tangle free, so you can clean up hair without worrying it being tangled. So I'm going to put that to the test. As you can see, there's a big clump of hair, so I'm going to have the vacuum kind of go over it and see what the results are. It's going over it now, as you can see. Gets all the way in there, sweeps up all the hair. It comes on out, and there it is. No hair. I'm gonna pause this real quick. I'm gonna pull it back to reveal that yes, there is no hair here whatsoever. It is not tangled whatsoever. There's maybe one here that was left out that didn't get sucked in quite at all, but it was close to it. But in terms of hair being tangled inside the brush, none whatsoever. So in terms of detangling, I would put that as a positive. It does work. And the last claim I want to go over is the self-emptying technology. It will empty out all the dust in the vacuum into the dustbin, and you only have to replace it once every 60 days. I'm going to test it out and see. So this is the vacuum filter. This has the capacity of maybe around 26 ounces, so quite a bit. As you can see, this is what it looks like on the inside. But as an added measure, I put in quite a bit more dust right here. As you can see, quite a lot of dust in here, so we're going to see how well the kind of cleaning power is. So now I'll tell it to go back to the dock and it'll initiate the kind of cleaning process. It's slowly backing in. Gets it right on the money, and we'll see in here to see if we can see the dust being cleared in here. Oh, as you can see, the dust got dumped into here. Now everything's done. I will check the inside of this kind of dustbin right here to see if got everything. Look at that. Basically got everything in here. There's a little bit of dust in here, but that is about to be expected because it is at a really hard corner to get the kind of dust out. But in terms of everything else, you saw how dirty it was in here, but now it's quite relatively clean, as good as it really gets. So yeah, I would rate that feature a pretty B+. Next, I'm going to test out is kind of cliff detection system. This is a stairway. I'm going to be right here in case it falls. I really do not want this to fall, but I'm going to test out if it can sense ledges and not go through with it so it does not damage itself. So I don't have to completely keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't fall down the stairs. So I'm going to press clean. Sees that there's a wall there. Comes this way, but as you can see, it backs out at the last minute because it knows it is a cliff. Again. See, as you can see, it does not come through the cliff. One last time, no, it does not. So yeah, very impressive indeed. I can kind of run this all day long with an peace of mind of knowing this will not fall down the stairs like my last kind of robot vacuum, kind of wrecked the entire thing. So this is a really great feature. I really improved. This is an A+ basically.
When big ideas turn into a confetti snowstorm, the Shark AI robot is there for you. Using AI laser navigation, it picks up that mess row by row while avoiding your homemade volcano. And when the dog tracks in a dirty mess, use Ultra Clean mode to target and deep clean specific areas. Nice. Doesn't clean feel good? Well, good thing your robot's ready to go.